Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, the 14th of September, 2020. Good morning, everyone. Let's start this off with a blessing. Let's start this off with a blessing, dear Creator, Spirit Guides, Universe. Please give us a blessing for the collective, a blessing for this day, for the collective to hold and to carry with them this day, Monday the 14th. There we go. Okay, look at this card. Look at the buttes and the mesas. Look at the stars. This is beautiful. So much movement. This is the Om Shanti peace blessing. Om Shanti. Blessed are you with everlasting peace, beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you with tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul, and through which all appears as infinite. Namaste. Oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't see that. Let me put it back here. The Om Shanti peace blessing. Om Shanti, blessed are you with everlasting peace, beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you with tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul, and through all which appears infinite. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's a beautiful blessing. That's a beautiful blessing. We are blessed with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Good morning. Okay, today I have 4 questions, but I'm going to do my reading a little bit differently today. Today I'm going to do more channeling. I'm going to still use my Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I'm still going to use this deck, but I'm going to rely more on channeling than the cards. The cards are basically going to be to help me keep my hands busy, okay? All right. First question. This one is from Danielle R. Okay. With the fires, the floods, the hurricanes, with all the natural disasters that are piling up, people have lost everything. Entire towns have been destroyed. So my question is, where will all the American refugees end up going? Where will the American refugees go? Where will the American refugees go? Where will all of these displaced humans go? And guys, this is another, how do I say this? Tragedy. This is what's happening. This is the reorganization of our world. And this is the hardest part of it. This is part of the chaos. This is what is going to happen to bring in the new earth. For the new earth to come, the old earth must change. Now, I'm not going to go into that. Because that'll make the reading too long. So, where will the American refugees go? Where will the American refugees go? Where will the American refugees go? Here we go, guys. Here in Las Vegas, they have been building, it seems like, hundreds of thousands of houses. And this state is in a drought. It's in an epic drought. Our water supply, Lake Mead, is drying up before our eyes. But they are adding hundreds of thousands of apartments and houses and McMansions in the Las Vegas area. So I know part of this is that these big metropolises are preparing for the influx of all of these people. Now, if you live in a town that is doing unprecedented building and you're wondering why, this is part of it. And part of this is what has happened in Asia as well, where entire cities were discovered. They're completely empty, but they are entire cities that have been built, but nobody has ever lived in or worked in any of the buildings or even in those cities. This is a part of the whole thing. Powers that are greater than all of us, are facilitating all of this, okay? So, the first card out on where will the American refugees go? We get the Eight of Wands. This is moving quickly. What's going to happen in the next 4 months? We are going to have, and I hate to use this word because it's been so overused, but it is the word that is relevant for what's happening. Unprecedented. We will have unprecedented fires in the West. We will have tornadoes in the Midwest. And in the central United States, we will have tornadoes. We will have flooding throughout the Mississippi River Valley, throughout, from the top to the bottom, from northern United States all the way to the Gulf states. There will be terrible flooding, terrible water damage. So much so that the heart, the middle of the United States, could actually become one large river. The United States could literally be separated. And I'm thinking of the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers, gorging, growing to where they become completely new bodies of water. But lands around it will be completely inundated with water. This Eight of Wands is crossed by the Three of Wands. Okay, this is waiting for your ship to come in. This is commerce and trade. A lot of businesses have lost everything, so they will be able to actually pick up and relocate. So, but this is also someone waiting for help to come. And if you look at this card closely, you see on the water, there are ships on the water. So there are people around that can help. But we will be waiting for help. The third card, the goal or destiny, or should I say we will be in need of help. That's what the card is saying. The third card, the goal or destiny, we get the Nine of Pentacles. The United States is the richest country in the world. The richest country in the world, and we are faced with unprecedented catastrophes. And what is interesting about this card, this is having more than one person could ever need. This is greed. And the reason why we are being forced to see what we see, being forced to live through what we are being made to live through, is because of the greed, because of the worship of money, because people have taken their eye off of what matters. We have lost our way. We have lost our sense of community. We have given up our freedoms. We have enslaved ourselves. We have allowed ourselves to become greedy, narcissistic. It's the greed, it's the wanton. We have become impetulant toddlers who want everything now, but are unwilling to put forth the work, who are unwilling to see through projects to their completion to make sure that they're safe and that there's efficacy. This is why we are being drawn through this. The new earth, all the old things that do not serve humankind must be turned over. It must be purged. We have got to step back into the light. The fourth card, the distant past. We get the King of Swords. This is Donald. He's on his way to California right now to survey the damage yet again. The last time he went after the wildfires, he said, well, you should rake the forest floors. There is no empathy in Donald Trump. He is not here to help us at all. Donald Trump is here to shine a light on all the problems that we face in this country and in this world. He is the epitome of greed. He is the epitome of avarice. The question is, where are these refugees going to go? And the answer is, the refugees are going to go wherever they can. The problem is that it doesn't matter where the refugees go. These natural disasters will continue to happen until we are out of this cycle. The fifth card, the recent past events, we get the five. We get the Three of Pentacles, the secret meetings, the dark money, okay? And these cards are coming out because these pentacles are coming out because we have put the love of money over everything in our society. The love of money has usurped our sense of community. In some aspects, even our sense of self. People don't look in the mirror and see themselves for the beautiful souls, beings that we are. Instead, people look in the mirror and they want to see, am I beautiful? Can I make money off of this face? If I'm on TikTok or YouTube, can I get finances off of this? Everything has been taken away from our deep sense of self, and it has been put into a temporary, vanity-filled existence. The sixth card, we get the Star. In this instance, this is the Star of Good Hope. Because in time, if we heed the warnings, if we try to better ourselves and let go of those things that don't serve us, then we can look forward to a bright new day, a day of abundance, a day of happiness, a day of community, having what you need for humans to survive, for the fish in the sea to survive, and for all the creatures of the land to survive. We are in the cycle of change. And all of these horrible things that are going on are illuminating those changes. Don't be afraid. This is what we cannot do. We cannot live with fear in our hearts. A lot of people will transition into the afterworld. Okay? Basically, the people who leave now will be setting up the new earth for us because we are energy. So death does not exist. Death is a construct. We are energy. Energy is everlasting. This carbon body that we are in here on earth, this does perish because it's just a wrapping, guys. This is just a case. It's a box that holds our electric light. And when we transition, our light leaves the body, but it goes back into the ethos. And it can do or be or go wherever it will. So, number one, don't be afraid of death. Death is transition. It's change. It's inevitable. Okay? All right. The second question I have is, will the floods and fires and natural disasters affect the election? And the short answer is yes, definitely. It will affect the election. Everything that's going on is going to affect the election right now. The GOP is working overtime to sabotage, to subvert the vote. The natural disasters are forcing people to relocate, to literally change. Some people are going to have to change states, which means they're going to have to register to vote in a new city. Okay? So these are things that are going to happen. And this is on us, guys. This part is on us. If you are, or you know, any people who are relocating and who know that they will be wherever they are for the next 2 or 3 months, encourage them to register to vote in the city or town that they're in, or to see, because like I said, some complete towns don't exist anymore. So you won't have a registrar. There's no courthouse. There's no post office. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. We have lost entire towns, whole neighborhoods, from the fires here in the west and the northwest to the floods in the Gulf states and the tornadoes and earthquakes all over. We will be experiencing from now until the middle of 2021 unprecedented natural disasters. Don't be afraid. Be prepared. And make sure that you realize what is actually important and what is not and can be let go of. Do not define yourself by the amount of stuff that you own. Stuff does not make a person. Doesn't make a person better. Doesn't make them worse. Stuff is stuff. Stuff takes up space. It takes up energy. So if you live your life to acquire stuff, you're filling yourself up. You're taking space away from the light. And you're giving that space to stuff. Let the stuff go. Stuff can be replaced. Stuff has no value. We do. We do. Okay. My next question. This one is one that we've done several times. And this one is, will Trump try to flee the country? He has plans. He's had them for a long time, for years actually. Actually, he started this when he was being impeached, is when he got his getaway plane prepared. So he knows. This is the one thing that we have to do, guys, to know your enemy. You need to know Donald Trump. You need to know how he thinks. You need to know that, no, he's not an idiot, but he plays one on TV, okay? He's not a genius either, so I'm not going to give him that much credit, but he is not stupid. He understands exactly what he is doing. If you want to say that Donald Trump is the angel of death, that wouldn't be a stretch. It wouldn't be a bridge too far. He is literally taking gullible people, putting them in a room, and infecting them with the coronavirus. He is committing mass murder on a global scale. And everyone that's doing it with him are willing participants. So all the people who go to his rallies go there knowing they could die. They know this. They go there knowing that the chances of them getting infected are high. They know this. They know this. So don't let them fool you either. These are the same people who are going to these rallies and then going to Walmart unmasked, yelling at people. They are getting infected to try to infect others. And if they die, they really don't care. They are furthering the will of their God, Donald Trump. And they do worship him. He is the God of chaos. He is, okay? So, and yes, he will try to flee the country. Okay. So, my last question is, what does the future hold for America? What does the future hold for America? In the long run, Americans are resilient people. But in the short term, we are panicky, frightened, easily frightened entities that can become very violent, that can become very irrational, that will refuse to listen to reason. We're in this energy now, and it's not the whole, but it is a large section of our populace that, for a lack of a better word, I will have to call them instigators. Okay? These are American people, or people in America, who's only who are working with Trump, who are working with the dark energy, the energy of the God of chaos. These people, this group of people, is what is making everything harder. Okay, this is the QAnon group. These are the violent right-wing conspiracy groups who are going out, who are actually starting fires and vandalizing, who are hunting people and hanging them from trees in California and in other places, because even though the mainstream media has not discussed it, these lynchings are continuing all over America, and they are by these right-wing extremist groups. They are hunting people. They are hunting humans. The state of America, we are in a fight for our collective souls, for this country. There's a huge group of us, light workers, awakened people, who are putting all of our energy into fighting the currents that are trying to take the country down. And like I keep saying, this is all a cycle. So it has to happen. This all has to happen. We have to see it. It's about realizing. It's about becoming. It's about creating. But it is also about us being able to see the darkness and to understand how we have let ourselves get to this point. Now, since the beginning, this planet has gone through changes. Populations have changed, century after century, eon after eon. We went from ape-like men to where we are now, but we have traversed a gauntlet. Humanity has been put down and risen up several times. We keep coming back. We come back smarter. We come back better. But what we have to remember to bring back with us is our empathy, our sense of community. It's not about how much I have. It's not about how much money I can get. It's not about an I in the we, okay? So this is the big I. This encompasses all of us. It's not about how much we have or how much we can get. It's not about how big our house is or how fancy our car is. This is why we are here. We have put our energy into stuff. We haven't put our energy where it needs to go, and that is into each other, into making humanity, the family that we're supposed to be. We have to come together. This is the time of change. This is the time of unity. Everything that's happening in our world is to shine a light on the things that we need to fix, to shine a light on human, what it means to be human, what it means to be a community, what it means for us to stand together, to come together as families, as a family, to protect the only planet we have to live on. This is it, guys. We don't have a plan B. And you can look at nature or look at Gaia as being Thanos, okay? Because she, at any moment, can literally snap her fingers and we will all be gone. Pay attention. Get right, guys. Get right. Know what's important. Let go of all the stuff that's weighing you down, internally and externally. Let it go. If you have to spend your time managing your stuff instead of managing your life and building the wonderfulness that is yours to have, then it's clear where our problems lie. Let go of the stuff. Let go of those things, those thoughts, those words that don't serve any purpose. Let go of hate and divisiveness. Look at your neighbor with love, with brand new eyes. Look at them as the wonderful spark of energy that they are. And if they aren't a wonderful spark of energy, be thankful that the universe has let you know that, and then just create your space there. But bless them along your way. Pray for them, and then pray for yourself. Because when we see something negative in other people, that's an aspect of ourselves that we haven't dealt with. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic day, guys. Have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.